Hi there, my name is Brahim, I'm a dividend investor, and today I'm going to be doing a short review on the brokerage I use. If you've seen the previous video, you know what brokerage I use, and if you haven't seen it, go check it anyway. So, with Trading 212, there's three types of accounts like I discussed in the previous video. The first one is CFDs, and I'm going to briefly show you that. So, on the CFDs app, as you can see, you have access to all the major currency pairs, you have indices, you have your cryptos, and of course you got some stocks. So I've just gone on the Dow Jones. As you can see, you have the option to sell, buy, you can put the put size of how much. You can also change the time on the chart, which you should be able to do on any chart. If you scroll down, you have the statistics of how much the stock is changing, and you can see whether people are selling or buying, the weekly lows, the weekly highs. So let's say I was going to take a position. You have the option to put a price limit, a stop loss, you can put notifications. So let's say you're busy but you can't keep it out on the chart, you can put a price notification and just set it for whatever price you would like to pay for the share. Also stop losses and take profits, which is quite good, so you don't need to be in front of your screen if you're using it for CFD trading. This would be where your positions are opened, but as you can see I don't use CFDs. Now onto the invest account. The investor account is quite similar layout to the CFD layout. The only difference is the charts aren't as great as in the CFDs. But due to this being an investor account where you're going to buy shares, you do have information on the companies which you don't get in the CFDs. So if you wanted to check out the CEO, how many employees, the dividend yield, what market sector it's in, check out the balance sheets to see the turnover, the revenue, the income. You can also check out the balance sheets to see the assets to liability ratio. Then last of all, we have the cash flow down below. Now I'm going to go to the ACER account purely because this is exactly the same as the invest account, more or less. I don't think there's any differences. On the home screen, this is where you can have all your watch lists. There's already some that's pre-made. For instance, upcoming earnings, we have new on Trading 212, popular, ETF, automotives, energy. So you got some sort of watch list already prepared. You can make a watch list yourself and you can add up to 40 stocks or ETFs. There's not a limit to how many watch lists you would like. So this is my portfolio. As you can see, it is heavily down. This is due to the coronavirus and people realizing it's a much bigger issue than it is, and now the stock market is taking a negative turn for it. But yeah, this is my portfolio, and as I was saying, with the ACER account, you can deposit up to 20,000 this year tax-free without having your gains taxed. Now back to the portfolio, one thing you can do, you can change it from daily, weekly, monthly, 3 months, year. So this is a little search button. This is where you can search for your stocks. If you wanted to look for stocks, you just click stocks. If you wanted ETFs, you go to ETFs. Quite standard. Now let's say we was going to look for BT, which is a telecommunication company. So I'd go to United Kingdom, communication services, and then we have BT. So this last fourth button, the 3 lines or 3 dashes, this is where you can manage the account. So you can manage your funds if you wanted to transfer it from one account to another account. Just be aware, if you take money out of your ISA and you want to put the money back in, the money you've taken out has already been added to your ISA limit. So if you're going to take money out and then put it back in, that's not a good idea. You can set up a schedule if you wanted to deposit, let's say weekly, daily, monthly, bi-weekly, whatever. You can set up a deposit schedule. Then there's some videos if you want to do a little bit of research, economic calendar for any sort of events that's going to be happening that could affect the stock market that you should keep an eye out for. We have our price alerts. Now here we have our history. This is where you can see if you bought a stock, sold a stock, if the transaction didn't go through, depositing money, withdrawing money, dividends. This all happens here. Next we have notifications, which once again quite straightforward. Shows you when you bought a stock or sold a stock. We have the settings if there's something you want to change, maybe the darkness to lightness or lightness to dark, the language, the time zone. And one important feature I definitely like about this app, the chat with us. Not many brokerages offer online chat forum with someone from the company. Normally you have to make a phone call, so that's a nice little function here. Also with Trading 212, they do give you practice account. Let's say you're completely new to trading, you want to try but you don't want to use your own money. Download Trading 212, just use a demo account, use the practice account. There's no fees, there's no inactivity fees, there's no sign up charges. Just use the paper trading account. Change the amount you would like your account to start with. If you want something realistic, maybe like £100, Or if you want something a little bit less realistic, you could go all the way up to 50k. So that was my short review on Trading 212. That's the brokerage I use, once again. And if you want a free share, use the referral link in the description, sign up, deposit £1 into your Invest or your ACER account, and you can get a free share from £1 to £100, which is quite good value considering you're not having to pay for the share. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please smash that like button, that would really mean a lot. Thank you very much, have a wonderful day.